What's up, boys? Road to Lamborghini episode 3. We are back. Today I want to quickly touch on how your thoughts dictate your reality. Okay, you have to be willing to change your thoughts in order to live a different life and change your life. Okay, everything stems from thoughts. Think about it. This car that I'm in stems from a thought. The house I live in, you live in, stems from a thought. The chair you sit on stems from a thought. Whatever you're on, whether you're sitting on a bed right now, or you're sitting on a chair, or you're standing up on on the ground, whatever, all of these things come from thoughts. At first, they were just a thought, right? And then they became a reality. It's the exact same thing with the life you want to live. And this is why I say, you have to know. By the way, if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm trying to get my window open because it's hella hot right now. But this is why I always say, you've got to just focus on, I don't want to say be positive, because I don't want to be one of those people be positive, be positive. But in a way, yes, you need to focus on being positive. You need to focus on having good thoughts and being abundant, right? And that might sound like some woo-wah stuff, but I'll break it down. If you believe that you will never be rich, then guess what? You will never be rich. If you believe that you will be rich in 6 months, guess what? You will be rich in 6 months. If you believe that no matter how hard you try, you're always going to be fat, well, then you're always going to be fat. If you believe that no matter how hard you try, or no, I shouldn't say that, but no matter how little you work out, you're going to be in good shape, there's a high likelihood you're going to be in good shape. Right now, there's extremes on all of these things, but your thoughts dictate reality. Your beliefs and your thoughts are what's reality. Imagine in your life you had different beliefs. Imagine since a young age you believed that you wanted to be Superman, or you didn't even believe you wanted to be. You believed that you were Superman and that you were gonna be in good shape. It was guaranteed, right? And then because of that belief, it turned to an emotion of pride, an emotion of wanting to get in better shape, and then that led to the action of you going to the gym, and then that led to the result of you being in good shape and looking like Superman. Do you understand? Because let me tell you something, and the reason why I put it in that order is because of this. One of my past mentors, I want to be in the sun. It's nice weather. Look at that. Look at that sun. Anyway, that's an old barn, by the way. No one really lives there. But anyway, as I was saying, your beliefs dictate reality. My past mentor said that TEAR, right? He had an acronym which he said TEAR. It was TEAR. Thought, emotions, actions, reality. And on the emotions part, I'd even change it to not just emotions. I'd say emotions, energy, and frequency and vibration, right? So let's break it down. Let's give you a couple more examples, because this talk could be very, very important. If you feel down, or if you feel like, oh, my life isn't going the way I want it to be going, then you're going to wake up and your life isn't going to go the way you want it to go. But if you believe that, okay, my life so far has not been what it could have been, and I want to make my life better, and my life will be better, then slowly but surely your life, not even slowly, your life will be better. Imagine you wake up on a random Tuesday morning, and until this day, right, until this Tuesday morning, you've just been fat, and you've been broke, and you've never tried to make money online, and you've never tried to build anything, and you've worked a normal job at McDonald's, right, and you've been in bad shape, you've just been fat. If on that random Tuesday, you now start to believe, and this thought grows inside your head, because that's all thoughts do, right? The reason you have negativity in your life is because of your thoughts growing. And this is why I recommend every single one of you journal, because when you journal, you put your thoughts on paper, and then you can see, okay, this is a negative thought. Well, now I've put it on paper, it's out of my head, right? Or at least it's not continuing to grow in my head because I've put it on paper, right? Whereas if you don't recognize it, your subconscious will continue determining your reality. Right, but anyway, as I was saying, if on this random Tuesday you truly wake up and you believe look, my life hasn't been as good as it could have been, but it's going to be better, and I'm going to make it effective, I'm going to make a change, right? And then you genuinely believe that in the next 3 months, you're going to start making money online, you're going to start building a business, and you're going to start making 2K a month online, right? And then you're also going to start being in way better shape. Well, now, because of that thought, if you truly believe, and this is the thing, because you might think, oh, I just had a thought about me getting a Lambo. Why don't I have a Lambo? You don't truly believe it, right? You don't actually believe it. Plus, they don't happen they happen very, very quickly. It comes into reality, but it does take a little bit of time because remember, it's got to go through a full emotion, action, and then into reality. Right? So it's got to go from the thought into reality, and there's a couple steps in between. But as I was saying, if you truly have that thought as that fat guy who's broke, right? Well, if you genuinely have that thought and that belief, then what's going to happen is your emotion is going to be pride. Your emotion is going to be, I want to have, maybe it's a bit of ego, right? I want to be in better shape. I deserve to be in better shape. And then if you truly have that emotion and you keep yourself at a high energy, frequency, and vibration, which as Nikola Tesla said, if you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. If you can manage to keep that as high as possible, then your actions are going to be you going to the gym, you investing into yourself, you learning how to run an online business, and you effectively running an online business, and then AKA getting to 2K a month for online business and being in good shape because you've been waking up early, you've been doing cardio, and you've been going to the gym every single day. Boom. And guess what? Doop-de-doop-de-loop, in 3 months, you're making 2K a month online, and you're in the gym. If you believe that you weren't going to make 2K a month online, if you believe that you're going to make $500 online, then within 3 months, you would have made $500 online. Right? If you truly believed deep inside that you would have made 10K a month online, then you would have made 10K a month online. It's as simple as that, and this is why there's a book called The Magic of Thinking Big. It's an incredible book. I've read the PDF. I never actually read the whole book. I can't remember why. I think it's because I was going on holiday, so I didn't want to order it. So I just found it online for free, right? But anyway, it is an amazing book, and it just speaks about like this exact thing I was talking about, is that you should just 10x your goals. Like, why would you say I want to get to 2K a month? Because you are going to get to 2K a month. Because if you truly believe it, you are going to get there, I can promise you. If you truly believe that, right? However, why not say you want to get to 10K a month, or 20K a month, or 30K a month? Right? Why not say that? Because you're going to get there. If you truly believe you're going to get there, you're going to get there. So anyway, that's the point of this not cave talk. See, boys, I'm getting to the old habit. That's the point of this Road to Lamborghini episode. But that's all it comes down to. Like, I truly believe I'm going to have a Lamborghini in the next 2 years before I'm 20 years old. So guess what's going to happen? I am going to have a Lamborghini before I'm 20 years old. I know that for a fact. And there's like 0% of my body or brain that has any doubt or fear. And you can laugh at me, you can think, oh no, that's not true, well, who is this guy? But come back to this channel, keep on coming back, and watch. In the next 2 years, I guarantee you'll have a black Lamborghini. I guarantee it. Right? I guarantee, like, I know for a fact, there's no, like, even if trials, tribulations come up, yesterday something came up, which was a pain in the ass and I had to spend 2 hours solving it. But like, who cares? I'm back today. And that's all it comes down to, man. It's like repetition after repetition. So many people in this life, they claim to want certain things in life. Like, oh, I want to have this house. I want to be with this person. I want to be able to live this life. I want to be able to make money online. Do you know the amount of people who have texted me on Instagram? Because obviously I post a lot of content. Again, follow my Instagram because you're going to get way more value there as well. But because I post a lot of content, loads of people, do you know how many people message me? Like 3 people a day, probably. 2 or 3 people a day I either know from college or school, or like people who have been watching me online for a while now. They're like, yo, bro, I really want to get into making money online. And I'm like, all right, follow these steps. And I text them a week later, you know, how have you done? What have you done out of these steps? Oh, well, this came up and this came up and it didn't work out because of this. And I'm not sure it's going to work because of this. I'm sorry, you've just said a week ago that you're willing to do whatever it takes to get to this goal. And now a week later, you're doubting me? You're doubting the guy who's living the life you want to live? It's insane. It's insane to me. Right? So that's why I say, like, there's a difference between a thought and a true thought. There's a difference between a thought that's like not even a thought. It's a lie. It's not a real thought. And then there's a difference between a real thought, right? A real thought which you have, which is like, I am going to live a better life. And then that turns into a belief. And then that belief turns into an emotion and an energy and vibration, which is the second part of TET. And then because you've got that thought, energy, emotion, and vibration, that emotion and energy and vibration will turn into you fulfilling and taking the action necessary to get to that result. And then guess what happens? The result follows. Whether it takes 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, whatever. So this is very, very important. And that's something just I wanted to quickly touch on. That's pretty much the end of this episode. But yeah, try it out. You might think this is bullshit. You might think, oh no, he's lying. Like, bro, I've got no reason to lie. But yeah, check it out. You know, to actually try it out. And I recommend every single one of you buys a book called Reality Transurfing. Right, if you want the exact link, it's on my Instagram as well. But yeah, follow my Instagram, boys. Shoot me a message if you want to join me on this journey. It's going to be insane. And yeah, boys, with that said, that's the end of this episode. I'll see you boys tomorrow.